Hello, beautiful people. My name is Tanya. In this video, I am sharing with you my experience with psilocybin mushrooms and what it feels like to be tripping on magic mushrooms. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe or drop a comment or whatever. So I already filmed a video on this few months ago, but I watched it and I say the word so much it's annoying, and so I really wanted to film this again and make this a better video for people who are interested in watching it. Psilocybin mushrooms come straight out of earth, from Mama Earth. I consider them very sacred, a very sacred plant medicine. I am not encouraging anyone to go out there and do this, to try them or whatever. If you feel called to, follow your own intuitive guidance and wherever that will lead you. I just want to share my personal experience and how that has changed my life. And of course, everyone who has experiences with magic mushrooms has a different experience. We'll experience something different, and so this is just my experience and how it has changed my life. I have had both pleasant and unpleasant experiences on psilocybin mushrooms. My first few experiences were very pleasant, and my last one, which was about a year ago, was the worst trip of my entire life. I don't wish it upon anyone. So whenever you are taking magic mushrooms, you need a guide. In my opinion, you need a guide. You need someone there with you, or someone with you that you love and that you trust, in case anything happens, in case you go through what is called an ego death, because that is very, very scary. You don't want to go through that alone. When you ingest psilocybin mushrooms in whatever way, your body is going to go through changes. You're going to feel it because obviously you're ingesting something so potent into your body. It's going to be like, whoa, dude. Your body will experience temperature changes. You know, you'll be cold or warm or shivering. All of your senses will experience a change. And this also all depends on the dosage that you take, of course. Your vision will be completely distorted, like objects will be moving or just like seem like an illusion. You may hear things, you may hear voices, you may hear things more clear and loudly. Your sense of feel will feel very exaggerated, like everything is going to be amplified. All of your senses will be amplified. You may even smell things, right? From research that I've done, I've read that psilocybin mushrooms will take you on the trip that you need to take. They will show you what needs to be shown to you. Like, there is no messing around. That's why if you want to have like a beautiful trip, I encourage you to even talk to your mushrooms and set your intentions for what you want out of the trip. Like I said, psilocybin mushrooms are sacred. Like, they will show you things. It's not something that you take to go to a party or just casually to hang out and this and that. No, I believe that you should set up the space for you to take something out of your trip. That's why it's called a trip. You will go on a little trip, a little adventure, and most likely you're not going to be the same person when you come out of your trip, because psilocybin mushrooms really open your mind. They open your mind to what I like to say, the truth that you already knew. Because for me, they opened up the truth of what I already knew, things I already knew. It's just like accelerated that spiritual growth within me, right? I was able to step into that power of mine and acknowledge the fact that I am so divine and that I am light and that I am here to be of service to others. Once you ingest psilocybin mushrooms, there really is no going back. You must go through your trip. You can't yak it out or whatever and expect your body to just go back to normal if you are not enjoying it. And that's why it's so important to set up your environment to the vibes and the intentions that you want for it, right? So after your body experiences all of these changes, it might finally be in this like comfortable space where it's like, okay, I'm experiencing this, right? For me, my first experience with my friend, we were sitting there and everything was just amplified. All of our senses and our feelings, and we were so giggly and everything was like moving and distorted, but nothing was scary. Everything was just as is. We could still observe the 3D reality as it is. Music was so beautiful. Like, we understood every single lyric. We felt it to our core. And I remember how we were sitting there and all of these thoughts just started to drop out of nowhere. It felt like these thoughts were falling out of the sky and we were just repeating them out loud. We were like, oh my gosh, yes, life makes so much sense. Yeah, this all makes so much sense. Does everyone understand this? Does everyone understand life? Like, it makes so much sense. We were laying on this fuzzy rug and we were listening to Coldplay. That one song, it's like, lights will guide you home. And it was a live version, everyone in Argentina, and everyone had their phone out on the concert and there was just light everywhere and he was running down the stage and it just hit us. We got up at the same exact time and we're like crying and bawling. We're like, yeah, we're all light. We're all divine beings of light, and light will always guide us home. When we die, we're guided to this light, and we never really die because we're energy, and energy doesn't simply die. It turns into another form of energy. And so it just feels like all of these thoughts are just coming to you and things make so much sense, right? And depending on what you are going through in life, whatever is happening to you in your life, maybe things that you have been stressed about or worried about will be brought to you, or things that you have buried in the past, like let's say even childhood traumas or past relationships or things that you feel guilty about may come up to the surface for you to deal with emotionally. And it might be a disaster, but at the end it's going to be beautiful because you release all of that. It's all brought to the surface and you're like, wow, it brings clarity to that thing. And that has happened to me with like a past relationship that I hadn't cut cords with yet, and I was just clinged on to this relationship. It wouldn't allow me to create beautiful connection with other people. And it's because I had buried that in the past, so deep into the past, that I had never dealt with my feelings about that guilt and how I felt about that. Psilocybin mushrooms are illegal for a reason. I believe for a few reasons, because they really do open up your mind and they show you the truth that this 3D reality, this that you can feel and touch and see right now, is really all just an illusion, and that we are all being controlled by the government and by societal rules that we are all blindly following. And the truth is that we are all divine beings of light. Each and every one of us are very, very powerful beyond what our little minds can even imagine. And we are shown glimpses of this. The other reason I believe they are illegal is because they can be very dangerous, and I don't feel like they are meant for everybody, not for every soul. if that makes sense. Even though, you know, we are all light and light will always bring us out of the darkness, light will always win, I still believe that it's not meant for everybody, because if you have consecutive trips or you take a huge dose at once and you go through this heroic journey of an ego death, you will experience something where like you are aware that there is more to this life than this current existence. Like you break all fear of death, of really just anything, and you may come to the point where you don't see the point of even existing, of even going through this process of living, of I have to wake up, I have to pay bills, I have to do this, I have to do this. No matter how deep into the rabbit hole you've gone and you acknowledge that everything is divine and this and that, you may still come to this mentality where it's like, there's no point in doing this because I am greater than this. That is kind of scary. But if you can find purpose out of that trip and be like, okay, yes, I came to Earth to serve other people. I decided this on a soul level and I must complete my mission. That right there is very beautiful. And that is what psychedelics have brought me to my life and changed my life, because I realized that I decided to come here, and every decision that I make, I chose to a soul level. And everything is a karmic cycle. I am here to learn and just to simply experience, to teach other people, to shine my light and to be of light to other human beings. That is why we are all here, really. We all have gifts and a purpose to serve here on earth. So overall, psilocybin mushrooms will show you that there is more. And it will show you that in a lot of ways. You may hear voices, it may be pleasant or unpleasant. You may see things, you may see other beings, you may see even yourself in the mirror, and you may look like an alien. I've experienced that. You may look at your friend and she looks like a grandma. You may see things, objects moving, walking. A tree may talk to you. You will see that everything is alive, that everything is vibration. You may be able to read someone's mind and vibe off of their energy. You may be very hyped up and feel like dancing and everything is like this Alice in Wonderland kind of vibe. You know, everyone will experience something different, and it varies from person to person depending on the environment, the amount that you take, what you are going through, who you are as a person, what your soul is here to do, what you are meant to be shown. It varies. Every person will experience something different, but in all, it will just open you up. It'll open up your mind, your perspective, and you will see the truth that we are all love. And that is all. Love is the only law. Love is everything. Love really is everything. That is everything. I would love to hear your personal experiences with psilocybin mushrooms, or any questions or comments that you have. I would love to answer them. Please leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a comment. Subscribe to my channel, connect with me, and remember that you're here for a reason. Thank you so much for existing. Thank you so much for watching.